Hi there. I'm guessing that you or a family member just got newly diagnosed, so welcome to the club that no one wants to be part of. I was diagnosed 2 years ago, and today I'll be talking about what I wish that I knew when I got newly diagnosed with MS. You're most likely gonna have the same life expectancy just like everyone else. The only difference will be that once you get old, you're probably gonna have a few complications, if even. The disease modifying therapies that we have nowadays, which is the medication for MS, are so good that usually it makes MS pretty boring. MS is completely unpredictable, just like life itself. That's what I like to say when people go, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. How do you deal with this? I couldn't." And I'm like, but you are. Because guess what? MS is just as unpredictable as life itself, isn't it? I don't know if I'm gonna get hit by a car tomorrow walking down the street. So yeah, does it really matter if it's the car debilitating me or MS? Not really. So MS is unpredictable, but you can take control of it to a certain extent. You can work out, you can change your diet, because we all know that eating processed food is not the healthiest for our whole body, no matter if it's about MS now or not. Change up your diet a bit healthier, stop the soft drinks and so on. Stick with that good water, yeah? Try to get a workout routine in that you actually really like. And the most important part, get on your high efficiency disease modifying therapy. Please. Do not do the same mistake that I did. I thought, oh, I'm not that debilitated yet. I'm young. I can go ahead and change my diet. I can work out and I will not have another relapse. And I was so wrong. I was so wrong. So I ended up more debilitated than I had to. Wonderful. Please get on your DMT. Okay, you really don't want that. Start your disease modifying therapy as soon as you can and get on a high efficiency DMT. They tried the escalation method on me by putting me on Tecfidera first, low efficiency DMT, and guess what? I had a second relapse and I ended up more debilitated than necessary. Great. Yeah, I could have just gotten on the high efficiency one right away and I wouldn't have lost the feeling in my left leg. Nice. Now, to your DMT. Once you're on it, you're probably gonna get way more sick than before. Really important, okay? Don't go to family or friend events when somebody's sick there. Don't go there. Tell them to please stay at home. You are immune suppressed. Please do not risk getting sick, okay? Because being immune suppressed and getting sick is not the same as being healthy and getting sick. Whoever would get sick in a healthy body is going to be down for 1 week. You're going to be down for like 3 or 4 weeks, okay? At least that's my experience. So you might want to avoid that. Now, if you do go somewhere like a concert or whatever, or if you're in public transport a lot, mask. Just use a mask, okay? You really want a mask because you're gonna get sick easily everywhere you go. A lot of people are very confused about, am I having a relapse or not? Going by the definition of what a relapse is, so that you know if you have to go to the ER or if you have to call your neurologist, those are either new symptoms that last longer for 24 hours that showed up, then you go to the ER or call your neurologist, or if there's a significant worsening of old symptoms that you've experienced, then you also go to the ER or you call your neurologist. Now, a flare or a pseudo flare is something that happens in your body when you're overheated, when you're sick, like if you have the flu or something. That's when like old symptoms can come back up. When you're experiencing a flare or a pseudo flare, there's no new damage happening in the body, okay? This is just flaring up. It's just saying, hi, hey, by the way, you still have MS. I'm just reminding you, hi, while you're working out or while it's really hot outside, or some people even have it when it's really cold, and so on. Or if you're, like I said, if you're sick, or in my experience, either I'm really hungry, or I'm tired, or I'm sick, then I have a flare-up. So yeah, if you're having a really stressful day or something and you can feel your hand tingling, it's probably not a relapse. Again, if this keeps on coming and going, it's probably not a relapse. You're gonna have to find a really good neurologist and MS specialist. Doctors will gaslight and misunderstand you. I have been told before that my left leg can't be numb because I can walk. Yeah, I can walk with a numb leg. Surprise! I have been told before that my symptoms don't fit to my scan. It doesn't have to for you to have symptoms. Just to be clear on that. I have been told that I'm making up MS symptoms because I'm too young to have them. MS symptoms have nothing to do with age at all. People will react like you're dying. I have been told by doctors when they ask me if I have any diagnosis, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm not dying. I'm fine. I lost a lot of friends as well because I don't go out drinking or partying anymore because it's just not possible. But hey, good riddance. Everyone's MS is completely different from each other. So do not listen to people that say, oh, I know this person, she has MS and she's still doing this, she's still doing that. She's completely fine. Just because she's fine doesn't mean I'm gonna be fine, okay? If you hear people say, oh my God, no, I know this person, he has MS and oh, he died within years. Don't listen to this crap, okay? Because that doesn't mean that's gonna be you. People are gonna do that all the freaking time. Don't listen to it. Again, with the disease-modifying therapies that we have nowadays, your MS is probably gonna end up really boring. Support is literally everything. If you find that you have family members around you or friends that are dismissive of your condition, because trust me, some will be. Some people just don't like hearing, yeah, I'm really fatigued today because I'm ill. They will literally dismiss it because you're too young, but you don't look sick, and so on, okay? Get those people out of your life. I don't care how long they have been in your life. Get them away from you. You do not need that negativity, okay? If you have people in your life that just love fighting with you and they love stressing you out, stress is poison for your MS, okay? Get rid of these people. Get rid of them. Trust me, every single time I had a very intense emotional reaction, I could feel my MS flare up, meaning old symptoms were present again. That is not good. Just get those people out of your life. I sorted out so many people from my life because of this. If I notice that a friend of mine is trying to get into a really wild fight with me, I literally say, I need to respect my boundaries for my health. I don't want to get into this discussion with you because I have MS and stress is poisonous for me. I literally tell them that because if they don't have understanding for that, then I don't want them around me, and neither do you. Trust me. Get yourself a therapist. That really helped me a lot. If you find yourself after a diagnosis constantly feeling anxious, you're all the time in your head worrying about what's gonna happen, when do I have my next relapse, how debilitated am I gonna be, what is if I get even more sick, what am I gonna do, how is my future gonna look? Get yourself a therapist, please. You can only talk about this so much with family or sort this out so much in your head, but a therapist can really help you relieve that stress in you and just really get things clear in your head, yeah? I'm speaking of experience here. I got myself a therapist and it was well worth my time. Unless you're really badly debilitated through a relapse, the only thing that's gonna change in your life is whatever you're gonna change. What I mean with this is that don't make any harsh decisions. Don't go ahead and say, oh, I'm gonna move out of this house because the bedroom is on the first floor. And what is if I can't walk anymore? What if? Exactly, what if? But it's not here yet, right? I mean, unless it is, then yeah, accommodate. But if you're a healthy walking person, besides MS, don't make any harsh decisions and plan for the future, because the thing is, this problem might never come. There is enough people out there that are like diagnosed since 20 years and they can still run, they can still walk, they still go to the gym, they can do everything just fine. And you might very well be one of those people, unless you're already debilitated. But even then, if you have RRMS, the relapsing remitting kind, Could be that you might get that ability back. With MS, everything is possible. Trust me, I've seen it on myself. I was discouraged by my family to get a dog because I might not be able to walk in a few years, right? Yeah, well, look at me now. I'm still walking, and he's the only reason why I even still go outside. I go outside with him multiple times a day because I don't really have any other choice. And he's my best friend, and he's the only thing that makes me smile in the morning. So he was literally the best decision that I've ever made. So don't let other people discourage you from doing what you want to do. People around me called me crazy for wanting kids after I was diagnosed. It's not crazy. The chance of giving your kids MS is so little that it's not even worth mentioning. I will still go ahead and have kids. If I can't have kids, I will adopt children, but I really badly want children. So don't let anyone discourage you to not do what you want to do just because you have MS and it could get bad. It probably won't. If you're on your DMT and you just keep going, you have a positive mindset as much as you can, okay? MS will be probably really boring. When MS robs you of whatever ability of like running or walking or reading, it is really important that after you went through the whole grieving process of, oh man, this is my life now, it's really important to also focus on not only what can I not do anymore, but what can I still do. When you have a relapse, the doctors are not going to be able to do like pretty much anything. They're gonna offer you steroids, and yes, they might help, but in my case, they didn't. I still had a numb leg for 8 months straight. And I remember when I was at my sister's place, I got up and I said, oh, my left leg feels so weird right now. And she said, why? What's going on? And I already told her that I lost the ability to feel my left leg. And I said, well, it's just, my skin, like I can't feel it, like it's numb, like my left leg is numb. And she said, what? It still is numb. And I'm like, yes? It's always gonna be this way. Unless, of course, it goes back to normal, which thank God it did. Again, everything's possible with MS. And then she said to me, yeah, but the doctors have to do something. I said, no. And that's when it really, it sunk in and just dawned on me, It was like, oh my God, the doctors can't do anything. I am on my own with this. The doctors can only do so much when you have a relapse. You're gonna have to sit it out, do your best to make it better, and hope that it gets better. There's not more that you can do than that. So MS is really the biggest challenge about just practicing your acceptance, honestly. And just talking about this and feeling the pain in me that I felt when I said that to my sister, that the doctors can't do anything to help me. I wish I could hug you through the screen because I know how bad that feels. I know how bad it feels to hear that they can't really do anything right now. Like, this is not like a headache where I can take a pill. This is not like some type of like gallbladder issue that I just can get removed and then I'm fine again. This is MS. And I'm going to be stuck with this until it either gets better or worse. And we don't know. But that's the thing with MS. You're gonna have to learn to live with it. You really don't have any other choice. I encourage you to embrace it as much as you can. Don't let other people treat you like this is the end of you or, oh my God, this is so bad. Go in it with a smile. Go in it with some humor. You're gonna friggin' need that, trust me. I always say MS can take my ability to walk, but it cannot rob me of my smile. And again, don't let anyone discourage you. If you want to go off and study, go off and study. You can do this. A lot of people with MS do this. If you want to have kids, go ahead and have kids. You can be a perfect mother or father in a wheelchair. If you do end up in one, which again, if you're not that debilitated, very unlikely if you're on your DMT. If you want to get yourself a dog or any pet, go ahead and get it. That pet will be your best friend. If you want to start working out, don't let MS discourage you. Work out. Find what works for you, okay? MS support groups. Do not go on Facebook MS support groups, okay? That place is full of negativity. That place is full of, I have these pills, these herbal pills that can heal me. I healed myself through diet. You can't heal MS through diet, okay? You can improve your symptoms, yeah, but you cannot heal your MS through diet. Go on Reddit, okay? Honestly, the MS support group there was the best friggin' place that I've ever found. Everyone's very understanding. Everyone's very nice there. You read so many posts about people sharing their experiences and saying, hey, I ran for the first time today in like 2 years, you know? Or a lot of people saying, I've been relapse free for 20 years on my DMT. You read so many good success stories on there. I had a friend with MS and we didn't work out. Why? Because of mindset issues. He couldn't feel his right arm and I couldn't feel my left leg. So I thought, hey, great, you know, we can exchange like, you know, problems and symptoms and, you know, actually just understand each other. Nope, we couldn't do it. He said to me, I would rather die than to be alive with MS because look at how people with MS end up. And he started sending me link after link after link of videos of people with MS who are completely debilitated, who are completely paralyzed. Now, let me put this into perspective here. I said to him, listen, if you put 20 people into a room like you and me, the one guy can't feel his arm, the other one can't feel his leg, the other one has like a little bit of blindness going on. Do you really think that the audience that is watching these interviews wants to see that or is interested in that? No, they're not. They could care less. If they hear, oh, I can't feel my right arm, they're gonna say, yeah, well, my ass hurts too. Yeah? They don't want to see that. So guess why they are interviewing people that are that debilitated from MS? Because that is what people want to see. People want to see thrilly things. They want to see things that are sad, that will make them feel something, yeah? They want to see that. The production of this interview is not going to film people like you and me who just have like a few annoying symptoms or something. They're going to film the worst of the worst. That's why it's up there. Not everyone with MS ends up like that. And again, nowadays, the DMTs are so good, okay? Medicine has come so far that you're probably never going to end up like that, ever. So don't give up on your friggin' spirit. Don't give up. Don't let people tear you down like that. Yeah? And after I said that to him, he said, wow, Brittany, how do you have that mindset? Like, how can you keep a mindset like that? And I'm like, because it doesn't help to dwell on what could be, because you never know what could be. MS is just as unexpected as life itself, okay? I hope that whoever listened to this feels better now. And I hope that you understand that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You will be fine. You will be okay. And I know it is so overwhelming right now. I know that. And you are gonna grieve. You're gonna cry. You're gonna be mad about things, okay? You're gonna indeed think in your head, why me? This is not fair. Why me? I understand that. I was there. I was also like, yeah, but why? I was so healthy, you know? I did sports. I ate healthy. I took care of myself. Why did I end up with MS? I'm the only one of the family who doesn't need glasses, who never had allergies, and so on. And here I am with MS. Happens to the best of us. And make the best of it. Don't give up.